Massachusetts. We're at the St. Mary's Church campus. It's filled with buildings because it's been a very active parish ever since it was made in 1862. Now the church you see behind me is not from 1862. It's actually a replacement church because there was a fire, and that fire caused the church to burn down. So that's a replacement, but it's still gorgeous. And I'm going to have a view of all the buildings. That's the church. And we'll get close up to that. And then in the distance, between the Memorial Garden, well, you see the Memorial Garden with the bell house in front. It has a historic bell inside there. Behind that's a convent. Okay, that's on Mechanic Street. And then the rectory is the next building along. All right. And so I'll tell you about those buildings on that side of the street. It's such a big campus. Now the church was originally made in 1862, but it was replaced in 1885. That's when the church was built. And then the convent came later. The reason why it was built in 1909, and that was later than the schools, which were 1898, and the nuns would live in a building that was back there and it's been replaced. So since there were so many nuns around here. And then what's called the parish house is really the rectory. That was made in 1894. And then on this side of the street, they're using a house for St. Mary's pre-school to kindergarten. And they've been using that for the last 20 years, so since 2002. And that's a good idea to get children involved in education early. And then to the back of it is the preschool area. And then right behind us, we had to stay out of the sun to get this, but that's the high school. Now the high school started in 1898 inside the grammar school. The grammar school is 3 floors, and the high school would have been the top floor of that. But they made a separate high school later, and that was made in 1922, so it's about 102 years old now. All right, and then behind us is the grammar school. And the grammar school, like you can see, 3 floors, kindergarten 8th on the bottommost 2 floors, and then the high school used to be on the top floor. Now that has switched around so that all the grammar schools are from 1st to 8th grade on the 3 floors itself. It's a very active parish. Remember that. And there's a lot of memorial stones around too, and there's one in front of that school, and we'll stop by it. All right, but most importantly, we're going to investigate that church. You can see the church is a neo-Gothic style church. It looks to be in great shape, and so thank you for coming here and listen to all these stops.